जय आनंद कोरि वैष्णव वृंद की जय नमाचार्य हरिदास ठाकुर की जय प्रेम से को श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्री गौर भक्त वृंद की जय श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण गोप गोपीनाथ श्याम कुंड राधा कुंड गिरिगोरान की जय श्री वृंदावन धाम की जय नवद्वीप मायापुर धाम की जय श्री जमुनामाय गंगमाय भक्ति देवी तुलसी देवी की जय श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय गौर Premananda Haribo. All glories to some devotees. All glories to some devotees. All glories to some devotees. Jai Sri Sri Guru and Gauranga. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 1, Chapter 14, Text 44, The Disappearance of Lord Krishna. Kachit prestalaminata kridayenatma bandhauna sanyo smi rahito nityam manyase te nyata na ru kachit prestalaminata kachit prestalaminata hridayenatma bandhuna sunyosmi rahito nityam manyase te nyata narhu kachit prestalaminata hridayenatma bandhuna sunyosmi rahito nityam manyase te nyata naru kachit prestalaminata hridayenatma bandhuna sunyosmi rahito nityam manyase te nyata naru kachit prestalaminatma hridayenatma bandhuna sunyosmi rahito nityam manyase te nyata naru kachit prestalaminata hridayenatma bandhuna sunyosmi rahito nityam manyase te nyata naru kachit prestalaminata hridayenatma bandhuna sunyosmi rahito nityam manyase te nyata naru Adite Pastalaminatma Virainatmananduna Sunyosmi Rahito Nityam Manyasete Nyata Naru Sitpe Laminatma Virainatmananduna Sunyosmi Rahito Nityam Manyasete Nyata Mataji. Nosmi Raito Nityam Tenyata Naru Atma Nirayatmanandana Nityam Chaitanyata Naru Kachit Weather Prestamanina Prestatamina unto the most dear, unto the most dear one. Ata, my brother Arjun, Hridayena, most intimate, Atma Bandhuna, own friend Lord Krishna, Sunya, void, Asmi, I am, Rahita, having lost, Nityam, for all time, Manyase, you think, Te, your, Anyata, otherwise, Na, never, Ru, mental distress. Translation. Or is it that you are feeling empty for all time because you might have lost your most intimate friend, Lord Krishna? Oh, my brother Arjun, I can think of no other reason for your becoming so dejected. Purport by Srila Prabhupada. All the inquisitiveness of Mars Yudhisthira about the world situation was already conjectured by Mars Yudhisthira on the basis of Lord Krishna's disappearance from the vision of the world. And this was now disclosed by him because of the acute dejection of Arjuna, which could not have been possible otherwise. So even although he was doubtful about it, he was obliged to inquire frankly from Arjuna on the basis of Sri Narada's indication. Thus end the Bhaktivedanta purports of the first canto, 14th chapter of the Srimad Bhagavatam, entitled The Disappearance of Lord Krishna. Kachit presta taminata hridayenatma bandhuna sunyosmi raitos nityam manyasete nyata naruk. Or is it that you are feeling empty for all time because you might have lost your most intimate friend, Lord Krishna? Oh, my brother Arjun, I can think of no other reason for your becoming so dejected. Om Jnana Timirandasya Gyananjana Shalakaya Chaksurun Militam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namah. I was born in the darkness of ignorance, and my spiritual master opened my eyes with the torchlight of knowledge. I offer my respectful obeisances unto his lotus feet. So here, Mars Yudhisthira is finally picking out why Arjuna is so dejected. What is Arjuna's real problem? In our own little sense, just like when Srila Prabhupada left the planet, we were all thinking of whatever morning walks or room conversation or letters that we received from Srila Prabhupada, and we're always thinking of that association when Srila Prabhupada had left the planet. So Arjuna was thinking of Krishna. Krishna had arranged for his marriage to Subhadra. Krishna had become his chariot driver. Krishna had helped him to defeat Bhishma in the battle of Kurukshetra, and Krishna ordered him to defeat Karna in the battle of Kurukshetra. So many activities. These are just a few. And Arjuna was remembering all of those activities, just like the marriage of Arjuna to Subhadra was so significant because Subhadra was the mother of Abhimanyu. The union of Arjuna and Subhadra, Krishna's half-sister, begot the child Abhimanyu. And of course, as we know, Abhimanyu, before his leaving this world in the battle of Kurukshetra as a young man, very young man, he begot within the womb of Uttara the great Maharaj Parikshit. So these pastimes had to take place. Krishna, even against the advice of his brother, Balaram, was interested in his half-sister, their half-sister, Subhadra, marrying Arjuna. Balaram wanted Subhadra to marry Duryodhana, but Krishna was not for that. Krishna was on the side of the Pandavas. Just like Krishna became the chariot driver of Arjuna, and Mahabharata is explained that Arjuna and Duryodhana went to see Lord Krishna. Lord Krishna was sleeping in the mode of sleeping pastime. And so Arjuna went to his feet and Duryodhana went to his head, because each of them had a desire. One was for the desire of Krishna's vast army, and the other was for the desire of Krishna himself. Krishna vowed he would not fight in the battle of Kurukshetra. But Arjuna, being so much attached to Krishna, went to his feet and was hoping Krishna would see him first so that he could ask for the benediction of Krishna being on their side. Because wherever there is Krishna, there is certainly victory. Krishna comes, yada yada hi dharmasya glanir bhavati bharata. Abhyutanam adharmasya tadatmanam srajamyam. Whenever there is a rise of irreligion, and the fall of religiosity, Krishna comes to deliver the pious and to annihilate the impious. Paritranaya sadhunam, vinashaya chaduskritam. Krishna comes to deliver the saintly people and vinashaya chaduskritam, and to destroy the duskritinas. So Duryodhana wanted the vast army of Lord Krishna. So he was waiting for Krishna to awaken, and he stood by Krishna's head. But as it was, Krishna opened his eyes and looked. If you're laying down, you look in the direction of your feet first. So he gave Arjuna that benediction that he was asking for and became his chariot driver, because if Krishna is there, Mare Krishna Rakhe Ke Rakhe Krishna Mare Ke, if Krishna wants to protect you, no one can kill you. And if Krishna wants to kill you, no one can protect you. No one can save you. So Krishna wanted the Pandavas to win, wanted to establish Yudhisthira as the king, wanted Parikshit to carry on the dynasty, Krishna conscious dynasty. So Duryodhana got the army of Lord Krishna, and Arjuna got Lord Krishna personally as his chariot driver, Parthasarathi. Krishna became the chariot driver of Lord Krishna and of Arjuna. And Arjuna was remembering, as his chariot driver, he vowed not to take up a weapon. But when Bhishma was destroying all the army of the Pandavas, day in and day out as the general, when the chariot of Arjuna neared Bhishma, Krishna was so upset with grandfather Bhishma that he took one of the wheels from the battlefield, from a chariot, and he started to go to attack. That picture is in Sura Prabhu's office. Beautiful painting by Parikshit Das. And Krishna went to attack Bhishma, and Arjuna grabbed his leg like a little boy, little girl grabs the leg of the parent. Please, you promise not to use any weapon. Don't attack grandfather Bhishma. Arjuna was remembering all of this. And Arjuna also remembered that it was Krishna's whole idea. They went, the Pandavas went. Because Bhishma was destroying their army, they went one night. Krishna brought them, and they asked Bhishma, how can we kill you? Is there any way that we can destroy you? Isn't it? And Bhishma gave the whole story of Sikandi, and I won't fight with someone who appears to me to be a woman. There was some pastime, and then you can come from behind where Sikandi is and kill me unarmed. He actually said, Arjuna, you can do it. He told them how to destroy. And so they did. Sikandi pulled up. Bhishma put down his weapon, grandfather Bhishma, and Arjuna from behind made a bed of arrows that grandfather Bhishma fell on. So Arjuna was remembering how Krishna had arranged for them to defeat grandfather Bhishma. He was remembering how he came while he was on pilgrimage to Dwarka because he had heard so much about Subhadra, the great beauty and character of Lady Subhadra. And Krishna gave him the plan. Balaram won't like it, but this is what you do. You dress up as a sannyasi, you go to the garden there, Balaram will invite you, and whenever sannyasis come, Subhadra always assists in serving them. So Krishna told Arjuna how he could get the association of Subhadra, and ultimately, when he revealed to Subhadra that he was the great Arjuna, Krishna told him, Balaram won't like this. You have to kidnap her. Here's my chariot. You have to kidnap her. Take her away. So when Balaram found out that it was Arjuna and he had kidnapped Subhadra, he was ready to kill him and destroy him. But Krishna, Arjuna's dear friend, stepped in and said, no, we need to be friends with these Pandavas. This will be a great thing because for our family and the Pandavas to be friends will be very politically sound. He explained in so many ways, and Balaram finally agreed. They went back to Indraprastha and brought back Balaram and Subhadra, and they were married in Dwarka. So Arjuna was remembering all of this, his marriage to Subhadra, how Krishna had helped him, how Krishna had helped him to defeat Bhishma, and even Krishna instructed him and helped him to defeat Karna. In the battle of Kurukshetra, Karna was destroying like Bhishma, it was destroying like anything, the Pandava army. So Krishna instructed Arjuna. Somehow Karna's wheel for his chariot got stuck in the mud, got stuck in the ground. So he had gone off his chariot, and you're not allowed in Kshatriya culture to attack a man when he's unarmed or getting his chariot wheel out of the mud. You can't kill a man, even in modern day, when he's fixing a flat tire, if you're chivalrous. But Krishna instructed Arjuna, kill him now. He's unarmed, he's struggling with the chariot wheel, now attack him. And of course, Arjuna did. And Arjuna was remembering all these pastimes. Just like we remember our association with others. I know myself, when I was thinking of this, I was remembering my association with Sura Prabhu in 1975 and Mother Tidit. Myself and Vaishasika were sent from Radha Damodar to the Atlanta airport, where the vice president, Sankirtan leader, was Savas Das Prabhu. And his wife was doing Sankirtan in the Atlanta International Airport, 8 months, 9 months pregnant with baby Acharya, who was here the other day. I also was remembering him. It's natural. I was managing St. Louis, and I was coming to LA for a meeting, 1980, 1981. Maybe he was 5 years old. And our plane from St. Louis stopped in Denver before we got to Los Angeles. And who gets on the plane but Mother Tidit and little 5-year-old, like our little boy here, little 5-year-old Acharya. He ran up to where I was sitting in dhoti, shaved head, tilak, and he said, "What are you doing here, chump?" As soon as I saw him 2 weeks ago, I remembered. "Hey, chump." He was running up and down "Hey, chump, what are you doing here?" I think the plane was already in motion and he was running down the aisle. "Hey, chump." Where did he learn the word chump? It's not a bad word in English, but it's a funny word for a 5-year-old. But he was quite vibrant. And Tidit, when she was 9 months pregnant with him, in Atlanta, she was doing Sankirtan in the lobby. And I was remembering that every payday Friday, the Sankirtan devotees would go out early in the morning, 9 o'clock in the morning, and we would stay till the midnight rush. And the Sankirtan leader, Savas Prabhu, would go out. We weren't vegans in those days. And he would get Philadelphia cream cheese and dates, 1 bar for everyone, and 1 package of dates, big bowl of dates for each Sankirtan devotee. Of course, we were Radha Damodar, we had to pay separate. We gave him the money, please get us some too. We weren't vegans in those days and we weren't that careful, but he'd offer to Prabhupada and we would eat and go and do this midnight rush of servicemen and all kinds of people coming in to the airport and stay out till early in the morning. And then actually go out, they'd cook this prasadam, I think it was yogurt, rice, and peaches in Atlanta Temple. They would cook for Gaur Nitai. We'd eat that yogurt and peaches and go back to the airport at 6 a.m. the following morning, because it was still big on Saturday morning for travel, and come home at noon. So, just like we remember our situation, or we remember Prabhupada, that pastimes that we had with Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada was in Vrindavan. I was guarding his door, 1975, March. And I had never been in Prabhupada's quarters. I had never guarded Prabhupada's door. I'd only been in the movement for 2.5 years. 2 years. And everyone was at Fogel Ashram eating lunch prasadam. It was 12:30, 1 o'clock in the afternoon. And all of a sudden, a bell rang from inside the rooms in Vrindavan, Prabhupada's quarters. So I was thinking someone will attend to that because Hari Sari is here, he's the servant, and Pusta Krishna, at the time Maharaj is there, he's a assistant. And the bell rang again, and I'm sitting reading Srimad Bhagavatam, 7th canto, just came out. I got a copy, thinking how wonderful this is. And all of a sudden at the screen door, Srila Prabhupada is standing there, looking at me. And Prabhupada said, I'm the spiritual master and you are the disciple. And I am ringing, and I must come to you? My mind went blank. My heart dropped into my feet. I was completely baffled. I didn't know to offer obeisances, to stand up, to sit down. Prabhupada continued, there are 6 of you, and I am calling. And I am the guru and you are the disciple, and I must come to you? And then I'm so sorry, I didn't know, making all kinds of excuses. Prabhupada cut me off. I am, and he said it in another way, I'm your spiritual master. Go get Pusta Krishna. So I was guarding Prabhupada's door. Everyone was at Fogel Ashram eating prasadam. I didn't know, how will I go all the way to Fogel Ashram? It was a block or two away, a couple blocks away, maybe farther, I can't remember. That's where they take prasadam at the time. And I didn't want to leave guarding Prabhupada to get Pusta Krishna, but Srila Prabhupada had instructed me, go get Pusta Krishna. So one devotee came back. So I said, Prabhu, you got to go get Pusta Krishna Maharaj. Srila Prabhupada really wants him. And he looked at me in a strange way and said, no intendo, Prabhu. He was from somewhere in South America. I don't know. I was shaking him. I didn't know any Spanish at the time. So finally, we got a hold of Pusta Krishna Maharaj. He went in, and my mind was reeling that I had offended Srila Prabhupada, made him get up and come to me. I was horrified. And Pusta Krishna Maharaj came out and said, Prabhupada's going to see Bhagaji across the way. I told him what had happened. He said, you do some nice service. When Prabhupada comes out, you hold the umbrella for Prabhupada, a nice umbrella, big umbrella, and walk with Prabhupada, and Prabhupada will be satisfied. So devotees were coming back, and word was out that Prabhupada's going to Bhagaji's. And I was standing next to the door with the big umbrella, ready to walk with Srila Prabhupada. And before Prabhupada even came out, Guru Kripa Maharaj came over and said, what are you doing? And I told him the story. And he said, give me that umbrella, small timer. I'll do the umbrella for Prabhupada. So at that time, I went down the steps, 3-4 steps. I thought, I can't even hold the umbrella. I had to give it to Guru Kripa Maharaj. He was senior by far. And I was 3-4 steps down, practically crying that I had offended Prabhupada and I can't even make it up to Prabhupada. Prabhupada came out. Guru Kripa was holding the umbrella beautifully, big umbrella. I offered obeisances, and by Krishna's grace, as Prabhupada was walking down those steps, I got up from offering obeisances, and Prabhupada said, Jai. And immediately, everything that was in my mind, all the agitation, all the anxiety, all the confusion was removed. And I knew that Srila Prabhupada had forgiven me out of his great kindness. Just because he was walking down, and I don't even think he really looked at me. I don't even know if he was saying Jai to me now. It could have been to Guru Kripa. But Prabhupada said Jai. And to me, that was washing all the Maya away. So Arjuna was like that. He was remembering Krishna. Of course, ours is a minor situation compared to Arjuna's. We remember our dear God brothers. We remember our spiritual master. And Arjuna was remembering Krishna. And he was, as we'll find out in the next chapter, he was feeling completely dejected, and actually he no longer had his great powers because he was so much missing Lord Krishna. This is our situation. We serve our spiritual master in, what is that called? When the spiritual master is far away and we are here? In separation. Vipralamba? Vipralamba Seva. Vipralamba Seva. Of course, Vipralamba is Radha Krishna. Vipralamba Seva, we're serving the spiritual master in separation. And ultimately, this was our June situation. All glories to Sri Guru and Gauranga. That's how old I am. Old as Methuselah.
Thank you very
You know
much.
how old Methuselah was? 900.